So last week I put out a video titled, "If you see this video, then the YouTube algorithm is fake." And that purpose was kind of to perform a little bit of an experiment. I wanted to see if you could do all of the things that Reddit and different YouTube gurus say is, the correct and good thing to do to promote your video, and just do absolutely none of them. And see if it would still pop off. So a lot of these things include loading the description with SEO, good SEO keywords, loading up the tags, a good thumbnail, then even naming the video file before upload something with keywords just to try to get it into the algorithm and search function. So the video I uploaded last week did none of that. It did the opposite, in fact. I kind of went out of my way to try to, meddle with some of those tips just to prove that they kind of don't work and are kind of useless almost. And I even went as far as deleting a video off my channel, which at the time I'd kind of heard would kill the momentum of your channel or prevent, future uploads from doing well. But just to show you the results here, the video did pretty good. Granted, 3.8K views isn't a ton, and it is still going up. We'll see how that changes over time. But for my channel, it's my second best uploaded video in terms of performance. It's gotten me the most subs out of any video prior to this. Overall, it kind of proves that some of the stuff, at least gurus and different forums on the internet say, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really add up to anything, realistic. Loading your description with some chat GPT generated, loaded description doesn't really help your, findability or discoverability within the algorithm. So I thought it was kind of an interesting test, and I'm not terribly surprised the way it turned out, but I do think it's interesting nonetheless. Because at the end of the day, I think what I said in the last video still stands true. If you make something entertaining or, educational, or just something that generates curiosity, as well as having a good thumbnail and title, people will click. And I did do that with the title, despite kind of doing some other things to negate the video getting seen. Obviously, the title generated some curiosity, and that still got it some clicks and some engagement. Go on over to the reach tab. And so over here too, you can even say or see that it got quite a significant amount higher of impressions compared to something like, one of my videos from last week, which is where I set a new world record. That got 12.5K impressions, which wasn't bad and was still pretty good for my relatively small channel. But compared to this kind of 5x'd it. And on the Rugrats WR video, which I do highly recommend you check out if you haven't seen, I did do a lot of those tips that I had heard online before, such as, SEO loaded description, not done by AI, done by myself because I'm not lazy, as well as tags, a good thumbnail, even named the video file before upload just to make sure it was more findable. But turns out it doesn't really matter when you could just do absolutely none of that, and sometimes even the opposite, and get 5x the impressions. So just kind of wanted to share these different results with you all and just show you that don't believe everything you hear from these different gurus or different people across different forums in the internet. People don't actually, for the most part, by and large, know how the algorithm fully works, outside of maybe say Mr. Beast or something, but he's kind of an outlier, obviously. But yeah, overall, I think it was just more imperative that the title itself generates, curiosity, and the thumbnail is good. Not for that one, but in general, that's important, as well as the content of the video being good. These things kind of collectively create discoverability within the algorithm, not naming your video file beforehand, not even tags, it seems, or a loaded description. None of that stuff really seems to matter. But just kind of wanted to update you guys about how that video did, how that experiment did, and just kind of how it all turned out. And again, like I said at the end of last video, I do have some video essays coming down the pipeline. One about a Flash game that is very near and dear to my heart, that is kind of slowly dying and hemorrhaging, that I think people will enjoy. Even if you're unfamiliar with the game, it's still pretty cool and a good deep dive. So be on the lookout for that, and don't forget to subscribe for more Guy.